Hello everyone and welcome back to 4 Kilobyte Shorts Let's Play of Blade Runner. We are on the run from, well, at this point I think we're on the run from everybody. Except for maybe Steel, she seemed pretty cool for the moment at least. Where we need to go? Hello.
I'd
Here.
seen chairs like this one before, and not just in my recurring dental nightmares. It was an old-time LPD soothsayer, a torture device used to elicit confessions out of hardened criminals. Its use had been banned for 10 years now, but most cops knew it hadn't totally disappeared off the face of the earth.
Torture devices never really do, McCoy. Alright, where to? Hey, I know this place. And I know that bridge. We can finally load up the bridge. That's great. Now, I want to tell you guys something about this portion of the game. This is basically the end of the game. Everything we're about to do is the end of the game. Um, there is a problem with this point in the game where it will randomly kill you. The game will, in fact, randomly kill you because if you go to the wrong place or do the wrong thing, there aren't really any puzzles anymore, and there's a demonstration of what a puzzle is, and we'll show it to you shortly.
I told you to stay hidden.
I can't stay there anymore. I don't want to be with Father, not when he's so angry. Besides, I need something.
We don't have time for
That thing you do to see if a person is human,
You want it?
is it always right?
Usually.
Give it to me. Father won't tell me anything anymore.
Is that why he was angry? Because you asked him? You deserve it. You know how this works? I set up situations and you respond.
Okay. Is it hard? Like a test in school?
No. Sometimes it can be disturbing. Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we get to give the kid a VK test. Guess we'll start by calibrating, of course.
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
In Chinatown, at the Yukon.
Alright, true statement, that's good. We'll start with a medium question just for fun.
Your child comes home with a black eye.
I want children, but I can't
Can't what?
have them, or pretend to have them.
Okay.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see a large black spider crawling up the wall.
I'd take care of it, keep it safe.
Ew, squish it.
You're at a restaurant with friends. One of them orders lobster. The chef drops the lobster into the tub of boiling water while you watch.
Why would my friends take me there? They're not really friends, are they?
No, they're secret agents out to steal your eyes.
A man dressed in rags approaches you on the street and asks for money.
I'd try to help him.
Okay.
You suddenly feel the urge to commit suicide.
Why?
You tell me.
Maybe somebody did something to me.
Yeah, maybe.
McCoy sounds so sad.
You rent a mountain cabin. On the walls, someone has hung old maps and Currier and Ives prints. A deer's head is mounted above the fireplace. A full stag with developed horns.
A head? Why?
They used to.
I don't want to know.
Fair enough.
You pour yourself a drink. Every time you finish one, you have another until you vomit. You wake up hungover and depressed.
I've never had anything to drink. It doesn't sound like much fun.
It's not much.
McCoy sounds like he's experienced that before.
Are you taking any drugs?
Just antibiotics.
Okay.
You're visiting the dentist. At the receptionist's desk is a huge bowl of fresh-cut flowers.
Flowers are pretty.
Yes.
Oh, I see what you mean. They should be left to grow in the wild. But they don't anymore, do they?
Not here.
Positive result. Subject is human.
Yay, kid's human.
Test terminated.
The test says you're human.
Really? Why didn't Father tell me?
Maybe he wanted to keep his family together.
I'm not a little girl anymore. It's not fair.
No, but it's understandable.
I'm gonna stay with you.
Don't you understand? It's not safe. There's a hunter out here. If she finds out where you are,
Can't you come back with me?
now's not a good time.
It's never a good time.
Listen, you have to be patient. You have to trust me. It's not safe here.
Yeah, I mean, look at the ROUSs, man. There's a rat of unusual size right there. And in actuality, I'm going to keep an eye on this rat because this one's glitched out. It always glitches out, but they will chase you and they kill you instantly as soon as they touch you. So this is a new threat, by the way. Now, you may think that we need to chase the girl. You're wrong. We have to go back this way. Strangely enough, she just disappears after she leaves. Now, as I was saying, that the game, I don't know if it kills you because you're in the wrong place, but I will say that the game has a tendency to have cops show up, like the mercenary cops show up, and randomly shoot you. And you can take a few hits before you die, but you can't shoot back. It's impossible to shoot back. I've tried to kill one of them. You can't do it. They kill you before you can even get a hold of them. And it's really weird. So it's like they blockade your location, but they'll also appear randomly and kill you. So we have to be very careful.
Your floor number, please.
Well, we'd like to very much go home.
Apartments.
McCoy, 88F.
88. Thank you.
Where's Maggie? Where's my animal?
Step off, motherfucker. Ain't no Maggie here.
She was here last night when I left.
You got the wrong place, Jack.
Hey, man, I live here.
I don't know what you're speed loading, and I really don't care.
Wait a minute.
I got no problem icing you if that's what you want, Jack.
Better not, McCoy. Yeah. So our apartment is gone.
Your floor number, please.
Sewers? So our apartment is gone, our dog is gone, the girl is gone. We gotta go. So yeah, this is one of those places where I may get shot, and you'll hear it randomly, and you'll hear gunfire, and McCoy will start twitching out because he's getting shot, but sometimes you don't even know where they're coming from. So we just have to be really cautious about that. I'm gonna skip some of these rooms where I know nothing is happening, because there's no point to go to a room where nothing's happening. Now the reason we went out there, and it wasn't really super exciting, was to see that our apartment was all screwed up and whatnot, and hopefully get through here without cops, because if you don't go to your apartment first and you try to come here, there will be 2 cops here and they will shoot the crap out of you. So yeah, see, no cops now. And there were cops before, no cops now. There may be a cop when we try to go down, but there's no cops right now. So yeah, at this point in the game, they kind of dialed it in a little bit, I guess you could say, because not only do you have these random cops running around that will kill you for no reason. Well, they're killing you because they think you're
Hey, another one?
Hey, buddy.
Ain't you ever heard of private property?
Nope. Anyway, they'll kill you because they're supposed to, but there's no place for them to actually be. They just appear out of nowhere and like kill people, or kill you. And then there's a couple of puzzles. There's like 2 or 3 puzzles left, and they're not even really puzzles. They're really bad jokes, but we'll get to that in a minute after we talk to the bum.
Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Always chasing. That your name? Chaser? Got that big dumb locks out the back of the sushi bar, remember?
Small world, ain't it?
Guess so. And again, I ain't the one standing in your living room.
Okay. I need to talk to you. We'll click on your crotch.
You said another one when I came down the elevator.
Not a lot of people. Artificials.
How'd you know they were replicants?
Are you kidding? I can spot a skin job at 100 paces in the dark.
Describe them to me.
Sure you don't got that drink?
Maybe later.
Well, there's the Japanese guy with the coat and the glasses.
Skinny guy, blonde hair, ponytail?
Yeah, and the guy with the muscles and the funny hair.
Dreadlocks?
Right, I've seen him twice. And the 2-headed guy and the fat man.
Fat man? The one I was chasing from the sushi bar.
Nah, the other fat man. You know him, rough voice, always eating.
Okay. So we have 2 options for the fat man in that case. One is the fat guy who got splattered all over the inside of the Tyrell building near the beginning of the game, and the other one just happens to be our boss.
How many times have you seen the fat man down here?
Bunch of times. Last time weren't that long ago.
What was he doing?
Collecting guns like always.
Handguns? A blaster like mine?
Handguns, rifles, a whole armful. Took 'em through that gate. Dumped 'em in the sewer. They're gone now. You sure you ain't got nothing to drink?
Can you describe him?
Yeah, rough guy. Barks out orders a lot. Everybody listens when he's around. A natural.
Cop or military?
Let me ask you something.
Cooked at me. Damn tasty.
I'm talking to you here.
Yeah, but he ain't listening, McCoy.
Bring the licking gun.
At least something is. Alright, we'll head through here because I'm pretty sure we have to. There's really nothing in here, but it's good to go look. So this big open empty room. Hooray, hooray, hurrah. Nothing really special here. This room becomes important later, but we will see. Now from here, we get to go to a place where it's very, very, very important to save your game. And I will demonstrate, or at least show you. So here we have a puzzle, and I'm going to call it a puzzle for lack of a better word. Well, we have a board over a river of goop, alright? Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and save, and I'm going to do that right here on screen for everybody. We're just going to save our game, bam. Now this is how this works. We start to walk across, right? Rat, and then we have to run back this way, pull our gun, shoot the rat. Now that seems very simple, doesn't it? Well, and you might ask yourself, well, why didn't you just shoot the rat over there, KB? Well, the reason why is because this game is programmed to where if this rat is touching this board anywhere except in this spot, as soon as you put your weight on the board breaks. Even if the rat is dead, way over here where he wouldn't affect the actual structural integrity of the board, it will break. And of course, if you don't shoot the rat jumps on you and you die. So that is not even really considered a puzzle, in my opinion. The twins are usually here. Strangely enough, they're not. Odd, odd, odd. That's upsetting to know. Okay, we have two places we can go. Let's go this way first. It's really odd. Usually the twins are there. I have no idea why they're not. Alright, we'll figure that out, I guess. Really nothing to do up here without the twins around, so let's look around. Let's look around. Woo! Big open area! It's the Bat Cave 10.0. Gigantic, man. By the way, I know where I'm going in this particular section of the game, because I'm, smart like that, and I think we're supposed to go here. Usually the twins are down there, and they tell you to come up here and grab the data from the Tyrell building. Now, this is the puzzle, by the way. We just snuck/ran past a guard, and we're in this big open room, which you guys may recognize from the film. And then on the table right here is what we need. And when the twins tell you to come get this, that's the puzzle. That's the puzzle right there. You walk into a room, or you walk through a door, walk into a room.
Whoa, hey, stop!
Grab a thing, and then you run away. That's the whole of the puzzle. And that guy tells you to stop, but there's like nothing. There's nothing. So it looks like we have... they're the twins. Hello, twins. Finally, they're here, strangely enough. Now, you're not supposed to know that you're supposed to do that until the twins tell you to, but I don't know why the twins weren't there before, but they're here now, so we'll talk to them, and they'll tell us to go get
No, we tried that
what we
already.
just
Look,
got.
we know that the adenine thymine and guanine cytosine sequences can be mutated in progress. Let's move on.
Hey, it's about time you showed up.
You know who I am?
Detective Ray McCoy. You're investigating Miraji's death.
And Eisendoller's.
Having any luck?
You're Luther and Lance?
Hell of a smart cookie there.
Take your guns and your violence elsewhere. We've got important work to do.
In the sewers, under your apartment. Okay.
The reps that killed Marcus and Miraji, they'll be looking for you.
You're a little late, Detective. They've already found us.
So why are you still walking around?
'Cause we're all part of the same suit of cards, you know what I mean? Eldon makes mistakes just like any other human. The difference is
your bastard doesn't like to admit it. No, he covers them up, pretends they're human, gives them a job at a stinking corporation, and then when they actually produce original work, he boots them out on the street.
You're saying you're replicants?
we finally figured it out. Clovis helped us see the light.
But that's ridiculous. Tyrell wouldn't design something like you. He wants perfection.
I told you we were a mistake.
Keep talking.
Sometimes our memories are different from each other's. The implant process isn't perfect. We know, we've seen the studies. You can't always be sure exactly how the memories will play out in the subject's mind.
We've got different recollections of our childhood. Explain that.
Maybe one of you just forgot.
If you can't trust your own memories, what's left that makes you human?
Well, Even two people experiencing the same event at the same time will remember it differently, even if they are Siamese twins. And then you add a lot of years on top of those memories, and little nuances and things change. And even your experiences throughout life change your past memories for good or bad. So the fact that these two don't have exacting memories from when they were little kids is not abnormal. I just think Clovis is really, really good at manipulating people. Here we go.
What are you doing down here?
Eldon shafted us, so now we're returning the favor.
We promised Clovis we'd be finished with this by the time he got back, so if you don't mind.
Well, Tyrell's going to be dead soon, since this game follows the same time span as the film. So it really doesn't matter if you guys screw Tyrell over. He's going to be dead pretty soon anyway.
Tyrell says the 4-year lifespan can't be extended.
Of course he's gonna say that, but he's wrong.
Very wrong.
We got the research right here that'll prove it.
Is it complete? Could you extend the life of a replicant right now?
Well, no. The 4-year limit is an integral part of every element of the replicant. Tyrell's dictate was that every body part would fail, and only the designers of each would know exactly how it worked.
Clovis has already unlocked the secret of the skin. That was Miraji.
Sebastian and Chu, they'd know about the central nervous system and the eyes. A lot of retrograde viruses were built into the eyes.
And Tyrell, he's got the basic DNA pattern information, but he won't just give it up.
Did you tell Clovis all this?
He didn't ask, he already knew. He knows all about you, too.
Okay.
Where's Clovis now?
Gone to have a little heart-to-heart with Eldon.
He'll kill Tyrell if he gets to him.
Isn't that just too bad?
I won't shed any tears. Tyrell is killing us all. 4 years isn't enough, is it?
If Clovis snaps his neck, it'll be merciful and quick. That's a hell of a lot more than we've been given.
Yeah, it does kind of suck to know when you're going to die, especially if you know that you've only been alive for X number of years, and you're going to die for X number of other years. That does really sound crappy. Let's see if we can VK them.
I got a little test I want you to take.
You believe this clown? He wants to void Confus.
Sorry, McCoy. Shoot us or leave us alone. Let's get back to work.
I'm not even sure how a VK test would work on the both of them, honestly. Do them each separately? And then would the other one sitting there kind of affect the results?
Clovis set me up, didn't he? And he used my boss to do it.
He's sharp, this one.
No question.
Tell me what you know.
How about we trade?
Our life for yours.
Keep talking.
Clovis has gone to see Eldon.
But he might not make it.
Still, the work will go on, with or without Clovis. Get us Tyrell's files, the rest of the DNA data, and we'll help you.
You want me to break into the Tyrell building for you? You're nuts.
Defective, yes. Nuts, no. You need us, McCoy. We can serve up Goose's carcass on a big, oversized platter.
Considering I already got the file you need, okay. Now, just before I give this to them, you have to remember, I'm not supposed to know I was supposed to go get that. But I'm standing right here in this room. The Tyrell building is only like 3 screens in that direction, and the puzzle is just picking the data up off a table. That's the puzzle. Like I said, they tend to dial it in right near the end here. Let's see, Runciter?
What kind of deal did you have going with Runciter?
Don't talk to me about it. That was Lance's stupid deal.
We just wanted to make some extra cash on the side.
That probably had something to do with you guys getting fired.
I'm sure he wasn't too pleased.
Since Eldon's such a pain-in-the-ass control freak.
Did you meet Clovis through Runciter?
It was all just a coincidence.
I think I got what you wanted from Tyrell's office.
Check it out, bro. The little man with the big gun did good.
A bargain's a bargain. You said you'd give me Guza.
It's all right here.
Your boss is a real piece of work, let me tell you. Almost as good as Tyrell. Take a look.
That probably had something to do with you guys getting fired.
Reused line for no reason.
Guza had his fingers in as many rancid pies as possible. He was insatiable. He sold police equipment, ripped off criminals, and he even killed. And here were documents that proved it all. Depositions, photographs, video discs. It was the complete file on Guza, the dirty cop. Where'd you get this?
From Clovis. He told us to hold it for him.
Come to think of it, I'm not sure you're supposed to see it. You want to give it back now?
Not a chance.
Let him have it. Clovis said he was finished with the policeman anyway.
A little light started to flicker in my brain. Gouza was the one measuring me for the frame. When my stomach stopped churning, I realized I had everything I needed to force the bastard to play ball with me. I knew that he would listen to reason, if applied with serious pressure. All I needed to do was call him.
Now, I know where there's a phone at, but there's one that's closer by, so we're going to go to the closer phone rather than the one farther away, because the one farther away has a tendency to get a shot at. So, and the only one I'm talking about is at the nightclub. It's the same phone that Decker used during the film, or Harrison Ford, whichever you want to go by, but they have one upstairs here that we can use for free.
Yeah,
Been messing with people's lives lately?
McCoy, where the hell you been? We've been looking all over for you.
Yeah? Am I wanted dead or alive?
You don't know what you are, kid.
You can sell that replicant shit to everybody else, but I ain't buying.
If you're so clean, let's put you on the machine. That'll decide once and for all.
I'm through listening, Gouza. Now it's your turn. I've been doing some investigating on my own. Came across some prime sources. You know what I'm talking about. Those little illegal weapons deals with Ezo. You were raking in the chinion, selling LPD wares to scumbags and reps. Oh yeah. The department's gonna eat it up when they hear just how deep that corruption goes.
That's a load of crap.
Let's hope for your sake Bryant and the brass feel that way when I lay this file on them. Otherwise it's a one-way ticket to the off-world penal colony, fat man.
What do you want, McCoy?
Remove the frame, clear my name, and get that guy out of my apartment. I want my life back.
I can't do that.
You better start finding a way, 'cause I got another call to make.
Okay. How do we work this out? We can't talk over the damn phone.
The sewers. I know you want to be comfortable, and I figure it's kind of like your second home down there. At the bottom of the old elevator, there's a gate. Past it, there's a chamber. It's got a round platform.
Yeah, I know it.
Be there, alone. You better hold up your end, or Bryant gets it all.
Alright, so yeah, see, it's easier to get back to the other room from here. Now, we don't have to talk to the twins anymore. Bye-bye, twins. Thank you for being so helpful. We could probably shoot them, but I'm really not in the mood to do that. And then we have to head right over here, very, very close by. I love it. It's nice that everything's close by. Like I said, no real puzzles. Most of this is just story exposition and being in the right place at the right time. Or not at the wrong time, anyway.
Did you get that asshole out of my apartment?
It's cleaner than when you left it.
My dog?
Yeah, your pooch is there too.
That everything I need to clear me?
I gotta tell you, kid, those inset photos look pretty real.
Let me guess. Clovis gave them to you.
It must seem pretty gullible, but he sounded on the level. He called you his brother. Said you came down in the moon bus with all of them. He said Tyrell was using you to get inside the LPD. You hadn't been on the job too long, so I thought, maybe.
You'd screw with my head? How convenient. You could satisfy your blackmailer and keep me from sniffing around your dirty work at the same time.
You're too smart for me, kid. Water under the bridge. You ready to talk trade?
I got it all right here. Photos, files, discs, the works. It ain't a pretty sight.
You can't blame a guy for trying to better himself.
Trying is one thing. Ripping off speed loaders and selling the shit yourself? Farming out LPD weapons through black marketeers? Torching two pimps who wouldn't pay you off when you were working Vice?
Hey, those two had it coming.
How long did you think it could last?
It finally reaches the point where you don't even think about what happened yesterday. Only what's coming to you tomorrow. 20 years in the job, kid, and nobody was gonna touch me.
Helping reps also part of the job?
I was gonna whack them myself once the heat was off.
What a
Cut out those
bastard.
loose ends.
Once I was out of the way.
Clovis is still gonna come gunning for me, kid. You and Chris gotta take him down. Then my problems are over. Our problems are over. And we can all live happily ever after.
There's no way I'm retiring another rep. Not after what I've been through. It ain't worth it. Do it yourself.
Hell, kid, you're my only hope. If they knew I was meeting you, I'd be dead already. And I know I got what you want.
Does it make any difference now?
We had a deal, remember? You might want to give it up, but I ain't ready yet. That's the difference between you and me. I'm a fighter. What the hell are you?
I see we were right to follow him, Sadiq.
Looks that way, man.
Now there's a bag here
You
for
might
me.
as well give it up, Clovis. You and your people don't have a chance.
We stand a greater chance of success than you, Lieutenant.
McCoy and I were just talking about how to get you guys out of your jam. We came up with a plan. But you gotta show yourself first. We gotta do this in person.
And if I told you that Sadiq has a pulse rifle trained right at your heart?
Without me, you for sure ain't going nowhere.
Lieutenant, we have everything we need. And that doesn't include you.
You're gonna
Too
die,
bad
cop.
we were becoming such good friends.
Whatever is born of mortal birth must be consumed with the earth. To rise from generation free. Then what have I to do with thee?
Kiss my ass!
Very poignant.
So, what shall we do with this detective? He's been so persistent, so industrious.
You know what I would do, man.
Perhaps you're right. It's over.
Run away! That is our moment to haul butt, so we have to run, because we are being chased, of course, by Clovis and, well, I think it's just Clovis, actually. But now we have to run. See, the thing is from here, you don't know where you need to run to. Oh, I hate this part. I'm about to die. I should have saved. I'm about to die. This is what I'm talking about when I said random cops. Okay, we gotta go back down. Yeah, I know this seems really silly, but these random cops appear here, and there's one, you can't see him, he's to the left, he's off screen, and they will shoot me dead by the time I get through. So I have to go down, and I'm gonna save my game really quick, unless I get, like, ganked by somebody. We're gonna save really quick. Boom, use our second save, and we're gonna go back up, and hopefully the cops will be gone now. And I know that sounds really silly, but that's the way this game works at this point, is sometimes there are cops, and sometimes there's not. And it really breaks the flow of the game when you have to run away from Clovis right into the waiting arms of a couple of cops who then shoot you dead. Which of course makes you think you're not supposed to go in that direction. Whoa.
You're making me very unhappy, old friend.
Well, I'm sorry, Clovis. So he's going to twist my arm off. Let's get rid of that. Now, which way do we want to go to our... That is not what I wanted to do. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. I have to go back to my apartment, I believe is where we're headed. So we're going this way. Woohoo! I know. And you don't know where you're supposed to go. You have all the sewer places and all these places that you can go to. And you're like, where do I run to? Where do I go? You have to go back to your apartment. I guess that falls into the old adage where, where do you go when there's no place else to go? You go home. Except we already know our home.
Tough day, McCoy.
Hey, boss.
You could say that.
Steele is looking for you. And Bryant. You've been keeping the whole department hopping, you and Guza.
I know. You looking for me too, Gaff?
Looking, not killing. I'm in a good mood today.
Another cop.
You know you got some interesting neighbors, McCoy.
Yeah, well, I've been too busy to visit lately.
You gonna turn yourself in?
I'm thinking about it.
Think hard.
And another cop.
You killed anyone yet? It's like I said before. You retire a human, your career is over. Your life too, maybe.
Okay, we have to run really fast as soon as gas
We
gets
don't
on
live
screen.
forever, do we?
No, we don't, especially when we got a couple of feds chasing us. And the cops are gone. So this is what I'm talking about when I say that even though your name's supposed to be cleared or will be cleared. Ooh, good cutscene, by the way.
You should have voted for him then.
Very good. Very funny, yes. Governor, let's get down to business. At last estimate, 5 billion tons of kipple surround this city. Eventually, it's going to have to be cleared away.
Elgin, we've got specials to do that job.
But the attrition rate is enormous. No. There's only one way it can be accomplished. My way.
Unfortunately, your way is illegal.
For the moment, yes. But laws can be changed. And if replicants were allowed to work on Earth, imagine what your legacy would be. Governor Maurice Colvig, the national hero who eliminated toxic debris. Even your opponents will vote for you.
How can you possibly guarantee that no tragedies will occur?
It's a very simple solution to an old design challenge. Give them jobs on Earth, and they will never desire a different life.
That is a lie.
Who's there?
It's one of my children, I think, and a very resourceful one at that. Why don't you show yourself?
With pleasure.
Call security.
Who is this man?
I'd like to ask the same question.
One more word from him, and he'll be dead.
I will not be spoken.
You're certainly a man of your word.
I want all the data you have on replicant DNA structures, the mutation studies, everything.
Why don't you just take a seat? We'll have a little talk.
I don't have time for talk.
I wish I could help you, I really do. But the data is useless. The 4-year lifespan is unalterable.
My friends, my family, dying before my very eyes, and all you can say is, there is no hope.
Time is precious, my son, and you have been keeping yours well.
And when night comes, I'll go to place fit for woe, walking along the darkened valley with silent melancholy.
I would prefer him alive if possible. Not exactly the conclusion I had in mind. Have you stationed guards in the mezzanine?
Yes, sir, but, I mean, after that fall...
Oh, don't be a fool. He's not dead yet. His time hasn't come.
Oh, God. No.
Poor Maggie. We'll answer the phone in a minute.
She'd been shot once in the head. At least she died fast.
Yeah. So awesome cutscene, although they did take Rutger Hauer's character a little bit too seriously in that one. The whole replicant who's super duper smart and whatnot.
Pick up.
I didn't think you were going to answer.
Sorry, but I was just sleeping. What's going on?
Father wants to meet you. He said he's sorry about everything he did, but he was afraid you'd lead the other hunter to them.
Where is he now?
Out in the Kipple, by the moon bus. Way out, where the tunnel ends.
Tell him to stay where he is, until I can find a way for all of us to escape.
But I thought we were going away together. Just you and me.
Maybe we'll do it after I talk to him.
You promise? We could buy a car from that place next to the arcade.
A ground car wouldn't get us too far.
One of those flying cars would, though. It could take us all the way out to that beautiful lake. You know, the one with the trees and the flowers.
Lucy, there's a good chance...
I'll meet you there, okay? At the place where he sells the cars.
Wait, Lucy...
Alrighty then, I guess we have to meet Lucy. But before we go and meet Lucy, let's go ahead and save our game. Wow, that was really terrible. I do apologize. Let's go ahead and save our game. And although this recording has been timed, we are like right at the end of the game. So I'm just going to go ahead and punch through. So at this point, I think we have a choice of whether or not to go to the moon
Your
bus.
floor number, please.
Down.
Ground floor.
So yeah, I think we have a choice of whether or not to go to the moon bus. So we're gonna head to the moon bus because we're gonna talk to Clovis. You have the option of skipping the moon bus if you like. I don't know if that changes the ending or not. You might get one ending or the other. We'll have to find out. Maybe? I don't really remember. Ooh, it's been so long I don't remember. We'll have to find out. But I know where I'm going, so that's a bonus. So let's just go ahead and run and get there and be done with it. Not that I'm not having fun or anything, but as I said, this section of the game is all, as you saw earlier, it's all monologue and dialogue and talking and story exposition, which I guess works when you have a story that you have to lay out, especially when it's partially a detective story. But to have it all laid out right at the end of the game, you're just like, oh, shut up, let me move. So, you know, like I said, the puzzles are a little bit dialed in. Go upstairs and get us the DNA. Oh, there it is, conveniently placed right on the table. Ooh, some nice ground cars. Alright, so this is the way out to the kipple. Let's go out. And go faster, McCoy. You can run faster than that. You might be a replicant.
The tunnel stretched for miles. I was sure it came out somewhere, but I didn't have time to find out.
Really? But that's where it said you were supposed to go, is out at the end of the tunnel. Okay, well, apparently we don't go out to the kipple. We will ignore going out to the kipple, oh well. So we'll just go and do the loosey-goosey thing then, because that's where you're supposed to go out to the moon bus, and apparently I can't get there. Oh well, I'm not going to be too concerned. We'll just go ahead and get to the ending then. Hup, hup, hup. Hey, Crazy Legs Larry, how's it going, buddy? Hey, kid.
I knew you'd come.
I promised you, didn't I?
Father wanted me to stay with him, but when I told him I was going with you, he gave us his blessing.
He's an extraordinary guy.
I know.
You gonna miss him?
Of course. But now that I have you, everything will be all right, won't it?
Sure it will.
Promise me that we're going to find that special place. The one with the trees and the flowers and the beautiful clear lake.
It exists somewhere.
It's so much more than a dream, isn't it? It's where we were always meant to be. And we'll be there, together.
Kid's a little bit creepy when it comes to the whole togetherness thing.
How's it going, Ray? Wait a minute, I thought you was going to arrest her.
You don't get paid the big bucks to think, Crazy. Any of your spinners up and running?
Sure. Got one up on the roof. A real beaut. Ain't a cheap ride, though, I'll tell you right now.
I gotta take it for a test drive.
Ray, I always liked you. True, I hardly know you. You seem like a stand-up guy. Eventually, when this fiasco's all over and done with, I know you'll get me on the come, right?
You're a stand-up guy, Crazy.
He just wants money for his
That
car.
I am. Want me to tell your friend where you're going?
Friend?
You know, the doll with the cigarette. She told me you were in trouble and she wanted to help. What should I tell her?
Ray.
You tell her we're headed south.
10-4.
I'm scared, Ray.
Crystal ain't gonna let up until we're both 6 feet under.
Don't know why Steele's hunting us. Well, me, I know why, but the kid, you know, she doesn't even VK anybody. It's like, oh, I don't have to. I got the gut feeling and crap. It's like, you know what? Sometimes your gut feeling can be wrong. You might just be hungry.
What?
Evening, Slim.
Hey, Steele.
Thanks for bringing her here. Makes my end a hell of a lot easier.
You're the coldest person I've ever seen when it comes to killing.
I'll take that as a compliment.
How did it feel to kill an innocent animal?
Wake up, Slim. The mutt was a replicant, just like its master.
Bullshit.
You're more confused than the damn dog was when I pulled the plug.
She was real, Steele. No two ways about it.
Nobody gives a damn. All three of you'll be nothing but a memory anyhow. And I'll be a rich lady.
Not for retiring a human, you won't be. Yeah.
Nice shot there, Slim.
You couldn't leave well enough alone.
I'll see you again, real soon. Oh, I forgot. You reps don't have a soul.
Rude right to the end. I think the car's screwed up, though.
Can you get it working?
We'll have to find something else. Maybe a ground car.
Alright, down to go.
It's all over, McCoy. You got nowhere to go and no hostages. You got 2 minutes. Then we're gonna clear you out.
I won't let them shoot us down like that.
Where'd you get that bomb?
I stole it from Sadiq. We can die together. The only thing we'll feel is the love we have for each other.
No, crazy
refuse
kid.
to go out that way.
We have no other choice.
We've got to. Wait a minute. We're right on top of the old subway system.
But they'll follow us.
Not if we can get a ground car down there. Hell, we can drive right through that tunnel and disappear.
What if it's collapsed?
It's worth a shot.
You know, I think about it, I may have had to go the other way to the moon bus.
Let me try to get the floor open. Arm that thing, all right? But wait for my signal before you drop it in.
Yeah, because it'd be terrible to destroy the car.
Now!
And away we go. Alright, down we go. So yeah, I think I may have had to go south
Come on,
in the
we'll
tunnel
be coming through the door any second.
to get to the moon bus, so I may have missed that whole section of the game. But hey, you know what? Who cares? Let's move!
I knew we'd make it. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
I didn't know where we were going, and I didn't much care. Away from the city first, and then as far as this heap could take us.
Awesome music. Poor Clovis. Died of lead poisoning, apparently. Alright, so to understand the purpose of the Origami Panther, and I believe that's an Origami Panther, not just a little mannequin, we would have had to go and talk to Clovis, and like I said, I think I was supposed to head south in the tunnel, not north, so I missed that whole conversation. But you know what? That's one more thing that you guys can check out when you play the game for yourself, because as always, I do miss some stuff. There's some stuff that actually in this game I missed a lot of stuff. I screwed up a lot of conversations. I messed up a lot of things, and then of course I was still able to make it to the end of the game, so that makes it interesting that you can miss huge chunks of game and still make it to the end. At the same time, the game has, as I mentioned at the beginning, the game has that whole system where it decides who's a rep and who's not, and the hobo in the sewer tells you who's a rep at that point. I don't believe I mentioned that during the video, but when he tells you who he believes is a rep, he's telling you who is a rep in the game, or who the game decided was a rep. Like I said, the end of the game isn't that great when it comes to puzzles or adventuring, you know, mostly shooting and stuff like that, but it's not that terrible, it's not that bad, the game's really good. The conversation with Clovis is pretty sad, honestly, and he does give you a choice at the end. Like I said, I went the wrong way, I thought I was going the right way, my bad. But absolutely pick up the game for yourself if you can find it. Unfortunately, I have a very old copy, and I don't believe it's available on Good Old Games yet, so I don't know where you can find it just yet. But if it ever does come out on Good Old Games, or if you have a copy or know someone who has a copy, play it, try it, check it out. Kill some humans, or you know, retire some reps or something. I think it's a great game. I don't know about you guys. It's not one of the best adventure games out there, especially with the shooting mechanics and some of the puzzles and the way they work, but other than that, it's pretty good. But for now, I would like to thank you all for joining me, 4KB Short, on this Let's Play of Blade Runner. And I will see you next game.